Recording in progress. So if we're recording that much, hey, Bandon Beach.
Really?
What do you love about that image, buddy? That's a new image. I'm not going to tell you where I did that.
Oh,
You'll
oh
know.
my goodness.
So,
So, I continue to get people who challenge me on my
shocking.
philosophy of creating for self.
Yeah.
And their main argument seems to be, but you show your work. If you're creating for yourself, why do you show it to others?
Hmm.
And this is one of those, uh, this argument that's kind of they've made a statement that if I truly love it for myself, then I wouldn't need to show it to anyone else. And I don't agree with that. I think there's a difference between creating for likes
Right.
versus creating for yourself and then enjoying the resulting likes. I
Ah,
think there's a huge difference between the two.
yeah.
And like anyone, I love it when someone can relate to one of my images and who can honestly say, wow, I really love that. And you can tell they're sincere. There's a connection between people who have like sensibilities or like tastes or like vision.
Hmm.
And so I think that creating for yourself doesn't stop you from sharing your work with other people.
Yeah, it doesn't even make sense to me, to be honest. I mean, it's like being whatever artist. If you're a musician and you write a song and you love that song, why wouldn't you want to share it?
And
I
now, where
think
we get into trouble is like the musicians who write a hit and they keep trying to write the same kind of a hit to keep getting the big
there's a quote from
thing.
somebody about that. You got to be careful about. No, I think it's you that talks about that you
Imitating yourself.
imitating yourself, right? Yeah,
Yeah.
it's that whole discussion of you. Do you want to be the world's greatest Ansel Adams imitator, or do you want to show Cole Thompson's vision of those subjects? Same thing. Do you want to just keep imitating yourself over and over and over again because people loved that? Right.
Right.
And I do think there's a huge difference between first and foremost creating for you. And then if somebody likes it, that's just, as you
Yeah.
would say, the
Yeah.
cherry on the top, right?
Yeah.
That's a bonus.
And I think that, again, that argument is not a good argument because it assumes that if you're creating for yourself, you wouldn't have a need to show it to anyone else. And now let's face it, if I create an image I love and others don't love it, it doesn't change my opinion of that image. It used to.
Yeah.
And if I showed an image that got a lot of likes and I didn't really like the image, I found myself liking the image more and more.
Yeah.
I was easily swayed by both criticism and praise.
Interesting.
Yeah, it was
Now
very
they go down the same drain, don't they?
same drain.
Good quote. Good quote. Well, that's a good food for thought again, buddy. I like how you've continued to flesh that out a little bit. Because at first when we've talked about this, I did sort of agree with the other side, if you, and it really stemmed more from celibate, being photo celibate and not looking at other people's pictures. Why would you then put your pictures out there so that other people can look at your images? And
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
I think the way you now describe it is way more meaningful to me. That's not it at all. You want to be photo celibate so that you can create honest work so that then you can share work that's honest and that's your diary entry. And then if
Well, let's do the diary entry test on photo celibacy. Should I look at other people's work to inspire me? Should I look at other people's diary entries so that mine can be more meaningful or more expressive or more honest? No, you would never think of it. John, can I read your diary entry?
you don't want to read my diary entry, you'll regress, not progress. Good stuff, bud.